Hello, I had 4 hives this winter. All had Apis biologics in them. They were very small, maybe 2, 3 frames of bees. Lost 3 of them. They weren't insulated. As a last resort, I insulated this guy. Got him through winter. We're going to take a look and see how she's doing. Been strapping them down just to make sure that the hive doesn't blow away. Got my brick on here to try and identify them. It's been so long, I don't know which they had. Got no inner cover. Instead, I got an insulated top cover and wood interior. To me, it looks a little bit damp right here at the top. A little bit of dampness right there. And inside, we've got a pillow. And this should be the colony right on the bottom of here. Got a couple stragglers. Pillow's not too damp at all. Inside we've got an electric chicken water heater. The idea was trying to maintain at least 40 degrees. We're going to take off the insulated top. Insulated top, a little dry here. But I do notice on this side, this is damp. You can feel it. Got a little bit of the mold stuff going there. That wipes off real easy. Damp here on the joint to the 2 frames, boxes. Chicken water heater, we've got insulation in between the two to try and keep them from getting air and moisture through the crack, because they can't seal that up when you keep opening them in the winter. Alright, and then this box here is insulation just on the outside of the box. It's got foam wrapped with foil on most of the sides. We had the chicken water heater feeder. And I added a couple of frames because they seemed like they needed more space. I put the pillow on the one side, hoping that they would not get overwhelmed. Let's take a look. Got some bees on the pillow. This pillow is hiding my fiberglass insulation. That way it's not constantly getting in contact with my hive. And all the bees. I got my Apis Biologix bread flour, unbleached. Doesn't look like they did too much there. And in the bottom it looks like we've got pretty much every frame there covered with bees. Like I said, these guys were down to maybe 3 or 4 frames of bees. This first frame here, this was sugar water and Apis Biologix mixed in there so they had something to eat. Doesn't look like they took too much of that at all. The other side, same thing. They did take a little bit in the front there because that was full of sugar water. I mean, the sugar sprinkled with just a little bit of water and the Apis Biologix. This frame was drawn comb, it looks like. I don't see any eggs in activity. Just drawn comb. This side looks like it's got the Apis Biologix in it. It should have the red distinct color, but it doesn't. That looks more like honey to me. Got a weak sugary honey slight taste. It might be a mix. Not sure. I'm gonna wash off this because I know you guys don't like that. So that's just a bunch of sugar, bee food, this outer frame, it's kind of heavy. That has the Apis color. Has that nice red color. Distinctly Apis Biologix. So that's left over from another colony that died out, and I put it in here. So that's the extent of the upper box. Let's take a look at the bottom. Alright, so this is the bottom box. This I would say is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 frames of bees in my opinion. Outer frame, lots of frantic bees. I don't see any eggs. Nothing on the outside. We'll leave that out here. Next frame, pretty empty. I don't see anything. Very light. There's some nectar. It's like a liquid in there. This pollen fake stuff, which is the flower and the Apis Biologix, is sitting on paper. Looks like the queen cup looks empty. The other side of the frame, not much of anything in there. It looks like drones. And over here on the side is drones. And some more on the bottom. This side looks like a bunch of capped brood on the bottom there. That's quite a few capped cells there. So what I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to split this guy up just because I'm greedy. Since I lost so many bees this winter, I'm a little greedy. They're telling me not to do this past August, July I guess. So I'm going to start doing it now. I'm going to split these guys up. I'm going to give them another screen and bottom board. Make sure she's all cleaned off. Not spotless, but that's what it looked like when I started. I'm going to give them an insulated box. And I'm just going to steal stuff. I don't really care who has the queen. So I'm going to start out with this frame of brood. Oops. Let's stick that in the center. Actually, let's go on the one side. We're going to give them the Apis Biologix, the sugar. We're going to give them the drawn comb. We're going to give them this one frame here. This doesn't have, it has some of the young larvae on there. It's a lot of sugar. It's just empty frame. We'll put this other empty frame near the brood. That way, hopefully they fill that back up. And we'll give them more of the Apis Biologix. And we'll put the sugar on the outside. Get them another frame. And we'll just cover them back up. Of course, this doesn't fit. We'll give them the pillow on top. That'll be their inner cover. Then we'll cover them up. This group over here, we're going to reduce their size of the pillow. Take our hive tool out. I'm going to put an inner cover on there just because there's brood right next to the lid. We'll put this pollen patty stuff away, or pollen stuff away sometime and for some other day. And that's it for the Apis Biologix group.